Cedric, I'm so bummed to see you leave Big Brother 26, but
Uh,
an epic episode to go out on. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great and sad that I'm evicted, but at the end of the day, it's a blessing. Thank you for saying you're sad to see me go.
You deserve to be there longer. I understand the game move though.
Thank you.
Well, we saw you pull T'Kor, Kimo, and Angela aside after the AI arena. So what did you say to them?
Actually, I didn't want to pull Angela to the side. It made it really hard to campaign for the collective. She kind of was just there, and I like couldn't spew what I needed to. But I basically just told him like, look, I know you love Rabina personally, but you have to think about the game. The collective can take you to jury. I feel like I've proven my loyalty to you and to you as a person and to the collective as a whole. I need you guys to like really respect that and rock with me. Realize that I can take you farther in the game than Rabina can.
Hmm. And what did they say to you? Because they seem to be very stone-faced.
They didn't care. They were like, you should have won.
So what were you thinking after that? Because were you like the vibes feel off here?
Yeah, I kind of knew. I mean, even before that, I knew that if it was Mackenzie who wins the AI arena, it was going to be really, really hard for me to stay this week, just because T'Kor and Kimo have such a strong personal relationship with Rabina outside of whatever alliance they're in. So I knew that that was going to be like a tough blow.
Hmm. Was there anything else that happened during the week that maybe made you think you're not as safe as you thought, regardless of Mackenzie winning AI or not?
So the only thing that really happened, which was crazy, was yesterday leading up to the live show. I kind of got wind that T'Kor and Kimo were trying to flip the house to go for Rabina instead of keeping me. So then I had to campaign to people I didn't think I was going to have to campaign to. I had to really focus on trying to get a swing vote because ultimately, if Joseph would have voted for me and I could have kept Leah, that's 5. I stay in the house. So I kind of, I tried to sit on that, but Leah was too scared of being on the outs again, being what happened week 1 with Matt. Unfortunately,
What did you say to Leah and Joseph when you campaigned to them?
Joseph was. I didn't really have to do much campaigning because Joseph's in the collective. Joseph was or wanted to be in a final 3 with Chelsea and I. So I felt like Joseph was really solid. He also told me, like, look, no matter what, even if the vote is 8-1, I'm voting for you. You didn't put me as a pawn last week. Like, I need you to stay. Leah, I just told her, like, look, I'll be more beneficial to your game. Tucker's a big ally in the house, or Tucker's a big enemy in the house. He's a strong competitor. If he wins HOH, he's going to put me on the block. That's 1 seat that you don't have to worry about filling. Same thing with me. I'm a strong competitor in the house. If I win HOH, Tucker's going on the block. That's a seat you don't have to worry about filling. I would really like to work with you and we can figure something out at the end of this week. And that was my campaign to Leah.
No bite.
No bite. She told me, she was like, I understand that. That makes the most sense for my game. But at the same time, I'm going to vote with the house. If I feel like the house is leaning away, I'm going to vote that way just because she didn't want to be on the outs again, which I understood, which is why I started to kind of panic at the end because I knew that Leah was going to be my swing vote. But I also knew that people aren't honest with saying they're going to vote for me. So, for example, say Leah's asking Cam, who are you voting for? Cam says Rabina. Now Leah thinks I don't have 4 votes for her to be the swing and she'll be on the outside again. So
Right.
people protecting their personal game caused me to be evicted this week.
Yeah. Do you feel betrayed by T'Kor and Kimo?
I do. I do just because I protected them and I told them I was going to protect them. So I feel stabbed in the back, but I also understand that their personal relationship.
Hmm.
And after hearing that Kimo knew about the Pentagon, it kind of makes sense for me as well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, like Quinn told them about the Pentagon. Why do you think he did that?
I don't know why Quinn did that. We had a final 5. I think because the Have Not Alliance and Quinn and Kimo, they both feel like they were the outsiders of the very first alliance in the house, and so they had a final 2. And in turn, Quinn told Kimo told T'Kor, and then that's how it's gonna work, which is crazy. So many variables.
If you were in his position, would you have told anyone?
No, if I was in Quinn's position, I would have not told anybody. I would have rocked with the Pentagon until Final Five, and then went from there. I also, if I was in Quinn's position, would have told the Pentagon about the power. So again, but that in turn made us realize that we can't trust him. And I'll give you a little bit of tea. The Pentagon was going to cut Quinn at the first double eviction. So it was going to go from a pentagon to a rectangle, just because Cam and I knew that Quinn was a snake in the grass and that he was campaigning for all the Pentagon to fall and go eventually, so he can be in the end with somebody different.
He just has his hands in too many alliances, Quinn.
Yeah, all the alliances, like, bro.
Everyone. Well, last week you put up Mackenzie and flushed out her power. Do you regret not putting up Quinn so he could have used his power last week? And now you're leaving under his deep fake HOH.
Right, which is crazy. I don't regret putting Mackenzie up and flushing her power. I do, I don't regret it at all, just because, like you said, Quinn has his hands in so many different alliances that even if I put Quinn up, I don't think he was going to go home. And I would have blown up the Pentagon because I didn't have a chance to have a conversation with them about it. So I would have blown up the Pentagon. I would have blown up the collective. The only ally I would have made in that situation is Tucker. And Tucker's whole game plan is to get the best competitors out the house first. So that's not even really an ally. That's an ally for the week.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then Quinn could put the deepfake HOH week 4, like he did, and put 3 Pentagon members on the block against each other, which would have been worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, besides volunteering to be a pawn this week, what else would you have done differently?
I don't know. Honestly, probably campaigned harder to Leah because I didn't realize how important she was going to be. We didn't find out that Quinn lost his vote until the night before eviction. So that was kind of hard to navigate through. I would have definitely campaigned harder to Leah in hopes that she'll be my swing vote for me to stay.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think is going to happen to the Pentagon now? A rectangle, but they've been exposed.
Oh, they've been exposed. I think it's gonna be really hard for any of them to win, unfortunately. Chelsea's a really, really, really good player and a really strategic player, though. So I think she has a strong chance. Brooklyn, same thing. Cam, unfortunately, I think his game might be chalked.
Well, what do you think will go down this week? Do you know the results of the wall comp?
You could tell me if you'd like.
Well, Tucker won. He's HOH.
Oh, see? Not being able to hop on the feeds. I don't know what's gonna happen. The worst case scenario is that the 3 people that voted for me, the 3 Pentagon members, go up on Ainsley's nomination wall, and one of them goes home. That's what makes the most logical sense for me. Then again, he has a beef with Quinn, so Quinn might be up there as well. But yeah, I think either way, the nomination wall is going to be full of Pentagon members this week.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then he could be shifting his target because he's unpredictable as ever. So
that's true. Right, I bet.
I can never believe what he says, like, first time out. Like, I don't know.
Exactly.
Love him, but yeah.
Neither can I.
Yeah. Well, Cedric, it was great speaking with you. Thanks so much for your time, and hope to see you back on a Second Chances or something. I don't know.
Thank you so much. I would love to be back. Hopefully we can get there.